So my wife got her cell phone and called him, and he got his voicemail. And so we waited for a call back from him. We didn't get any kind of call back from him for months and months and months. My wife and I are foster youth mentors. We take kids from the county out, and we take them camping, take them bike riding, that kind of thing. My son was very active in that when he was alive. Well, one day we were driving to Coronado for a bike ride, and we were driving from the mall, and we were driving right in front of this house on the freeway. And we had the mentee with us that was going to take them on the bike ride. And my wife's cell phone rings. Who do you think is calling us for the very first time, talking to him? The boy that got the ligament, the 18-year-old boy, calling us right in front of the house. We're all looking at each other. We couldn't believe that he's calling us in front of the house. So we arranged a time to go meet him for dinner. We had dinner with him and his mom up at the Claim Jumper restaurant in Carlsbad. We had dinner, and he started asking us questions. He said, what kind of car did Devin drive? And we said an Acura Integra, and we told him a model and everything. And he said, he looked at us funny and goes, I drive that same car. So we said, oh, okay. And then his mom started talking to us, and we found out she was a CASA, foster youth mentor, same type of thing. They take kids from the county out that are in the foster homes and buy them stuff and go out. So we thought that was all, God was working and all those things coming together. God's working in our life all the time. He sees the conversation we're all having right now, and he wants you guys in heaven. But he wants you to believe and trust in that, and that's not a hard thing to do. A lot of people don't want to do that. They think, oh, if I do that, I can't have fun. I can't do it. All those Christians, they don't have any fun. But you can have fun. There's different levels of fun in this life. There's certain boundaries, kind of like what we talked about. You knew it was wrong before you lied. You knew a lot of things. God put that within you. And he put that in your conscience to know. But that little light goes off. That's wrong. That's wrong. Don't do that. It's him. That's him talking to you. He made you that way. But he wants you to trust in him and believe that he is real. His creation is proof enough around you that he's real. You take that bathroom over there. Did you see the person that built that building around it? No. But there was a builder designer to that bathroom, don't you? You just trust it happened, right? Your car. There was a builder designer to that car. You get in it every day and just drive off and don't even think anything of it. But there was a builder designer to that. You may not have seen him do it, but there was, right? Just like there's a builder designer to all this. Your bodies are so complicated, it's unreal. Your eyes alone, everything in that eye has to work together simultaneously just to be able to see. And to say there wasn't a builder designer to that is just far-fetched. You just can't overlook that. Your body, there's another thing I want you to look up on the internet and YouTube. It's called laminin. Laminin. God, in his perfect plan, your body is held by little crosses all over the inside of your body. It's what holds everything together. Without it, we'd all fall apart. So it's another thing that you might want to do a little checking into. And God created our solar system. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Betelgeuse. It's massive size, way, way bigger than this Earth, okay? And he's created some pretty complicated things out there. And there is a builder designer on it, and it's Jesus Christ is God of the Bible. But he just wants you to just stop putting it off and just, I believe in you, God, and just keep on going in your life. Keep on trusting him. And then when your day comes, you're going to heaven instead of where most people are end up going to go, because the road will be narrow to heaven. The road will be huge going to hell. They just will. Because people want to put it off. They just want to put them off. Because they're so caught up in this world and the temptations of this world. There's tons of them. But anyway, I thank you for your guys' time. You guys got any questions for me?
I just really wanted to say something. Like the Bible to me, because I read it a few times actually, the Bible to me is more of like stories and guidelines. Guidelines, like the perfect guidelines. Like to me, religion, like there's so many wars and things and whatnot. People die over religion many times in many ways. And like,
well, I've heard that before. It's sin, right?
But
it's sin, and we're all sinful things. We've all done wars for the wrong reasons.
If you live your life toward the book and about the book, I'm sure like you're fine. That's your ticket in. Like if you lived your whole life by those guidelines, you'd be living like Jesus. If you lived like those guidelines. But of course, there's that there's that temptation of sin.
Yeah,
That's
so it's
still
around
there.
you and it's pulling at you every day. It is. And in this world, gosh, kids raised up in this world. Think about the internet. Okay, you guys have been on the internet, right? Think about a little kid, 5 years old, jumps up on the internet and gets into a good old porn site, and is up there cranking around in it at 5 years old. Does that bother you at all?
5 years old, man.
Does that bother you at all? And that's how bad our world is right now.
That's the parents' fault.
Well, still, I'm sorry, but there's still temptations that our kids are getting raised up, and nowadays they're just, it gets worse and it gets worse and it gets worse. They're just pulling even these young kids into it. You hear stories all the time where kids are getting taken over some relationship they made on the internet or whatever, and they're taken by some pedophile or whatever. It's bad. There's bad stuff going on out there, and everybody wants to turn a blind eye to it. But it's sin.
No, it's not. We all know the warnings. People get warned about that. It's not like nobody knows about it.
Yeah, it's there. You know it's there. You know it's wrong.
I know it's there.
But you want to go down the path anyway, because maybe it's a friend that's introduced you to it, or maybe it's just it's oh boy, then you start going down that path, and then before you know, you're just sucked into it, and you can't feel like you can't get out of it. That's the way sin is. That's the way an alcoholic, a drug addict, or whatever it may be. You get into it, and the sin gets you, and you're just so into it, and you're stuck. And it's designed to do that. And so anyway, there's a better way to go, and God sees that conversation we're all having, and He wants you in heaven. He just wants you to believe, guys. I just pray you guys will give it a chance. And I know you've had some, the Mormon religion you've gone after, and some different Roman Catholic religion. I'm going to say a couple things about Roman Catholics. I think there is going to be some Roman Catholics that go to heaven because they believe in Jesus Christ. But they've also done some things. They've changed the Ten Commandments. Okay, that they've done that. You can research that a little bit.
I can say I'm the old Roman Catholic. I don't know anything about the new stuff. I don't pay attention to what they do. I just know what I learned as a little kid. It's the old stuff.
Yeah.
The new stuff. You can't apply one thing to a whole group of people just because one person does it.
Yeah. Well, it's the Roman. Like I said, there's going to be people that do believe that, but there's things in that religion you just need to pay attention to.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to confess your sins to a priest. Nowhere in the Bible it says that. Nowhere. Is it good to find somebody to talk to about some of your addictions or whatever? Yeah. But it doesn't say you have to go into confessional and confess your sins to a priest. Nowhere in the Bible. That's something they wrote themselves. And then, the whole praying to the Virgin Mary. Nowhere in the Bible it says to do that. I just recommend people just read the Bible and take the Bible for what it is, and don't take other books outside the Bible.
I know
into your life.
I know that the Romans have done some pretty shady things, whatever you want to say. Like, I forgot what they call it, but you used to be able to buy your way into heaven. At least that's what they believed in. You could buy I forgot what's the word for it. But pretty much you could pay your way into heaven, is what I remember.
Yeah. There's a lot of different thoughts on that, but
and that's what they did. Do I agree with it?
No.
But that's what they did back in their time.
Sure.
And things changed. For better or for worse.
Yeah. And then the whole Mormon thing, you were talking about it a little earlier, and I know you've been down that road, but the prophet that is behind the Mormon religion, he prophesied that God would come back at a certain time, and He didn't. And a false prophet is someone that predicts things that doesn't happen. So that's the whole thing around the Mormon religion. You might want to check into that, but that really didn't happen. So there's just all these little offshoots, and they kind of make up their own religions and stuff, but your focus needs to be on the Bible and the Bible only and what's contained in there, not all this other stuff that's trying to pull you in different directions. But you guys have Bibles yourselves? Yeah, there's internet Bibles too. There's plenty. BibleGateway.com is a great internet site that has every version of the Bible in there. You might want to check out, and good resource for you guys to look at. But anyway, I'm going to end the conversation there, and I thank you for your time, and God bless you both. All right. See ya.